Okay, so today the video is a little bit different. I'm going to start with a story. So about 4 or 5 years ago, during the summer of one of the summers of the COVID lockdowns, we had some friends to come and stay with us in Positano. And it was very quiet those 2 summers. Obviously, there was a lot of tourists from America, Australia that couldn't come and visit in Europe. So it was a very, very quiet time, and it was very easy to get around the Amalfi Coast. We didn't have the huge traffic problems and overcrowding that we've been having in the last 2 or 3 years. So we had these friends come to stay for a week, and we spent that week taking them around and doing all of the fun things. We took the scooters and we drove them to Ravello and Amalfi, and we explored, and we went hiking in the mountains and did all the things that we love doing, and we really enjoyed showing them around. So Carlo and I started talking about whether it was something that we could do, hosting people to come and stay with us in Positano, and we could give them a week of our lives and take them around and show them places. And we we sat down and we even worked out prices, a day on the boat with Elizabeth and eating in our favourite restaurants along the coast and all sorts of things like that. But very quickly we realised that in the next year or two, once all the tourism kicked off again and it got very busy, we realised how difficult it would be. One, with the amount of steps that we have in Positano and the fact that many people do suffer and can't really cope with them. And 2, just the fact that when all the traffic came back, it just takes so long to get anywhere. Also, we realised that because we had this idea of taking people around on our scooters and like driving to Ravello on our scooters, and me and Carla would each have somebody behind us. We realised that that's not really an option. 1, probably because other people's insurance wouldn't cover it, and 2, because a lot of people are absolutely terrified of being on a scooter. So we realised that it wasn't really feasible, and we had to put that plan to rest. Then 2 years ago, when we moved here, we realised that this is something we could probably do here. So we said, well, let's give it a couple of years and get to know the area and settle into our lives here and see what there is to do and what we would show people if we did want to do something like this in the future. So that's what we did. We've settled down, we've learned all the ins and outs of the countryside, where to eat, what to see, what to do. And last year, around about a year ago, I was rethinking this plan, but Tuscany, not the Amalfi Coast. And what if I don't want to use the word retreat, but I don't think there's an actual word for what I want. So I want a week of our lives in Tuscany, and it's starting to rain. So we wanted to share a week of our lives in Tuscany with a group of people, and we wanted to keep the groups very small, and we wanted them to really get to do a lot of the things that we do. So I started thinking about where would I have people staying, because our house doesn't really adapt to this. It's great for family and friends to come and stay, but not people that we don't know. We don't really have separate areas. So I was thinking about our friend Claire and Andy's place. They've got this beautiful old farmhouse. I'm actually here now. I'll take a walk around with you and then you can sort of like see it from all. So this is the farmhouse, and it's divided into 4 different apartments. And then there's the barn that has been completely renovated in the last year. It's still not finished, but it will be ready for springtime. So that's going to be a 3-bedroom apartment in there. And then here we've got other 2-bedroom and 1-bedroom apartments as well. So let me just take you into one apartment. This is, there's nobody in here at the moment, that's why. This is the 1-bedroom apartment, and it's really, really cozy. I really like it in here. And it's got windows overlooking the gardens. There's Claire out there. It's very, very comfortable. And then we go through to the bedroom and bathroom. Let's quickly show you the bathroom here. There we go. And this is the bedroom. So again, very comfortable. The beds are comfy. I can guarantee them because I have stayed here. And you've got a view overlooking the Indy running around in the garden. There is air conditioning, as you can see above the door. So I was thinking last year that this would be the perfect place for our guests to stay if we were going to do something like this. And then I really started thinking about it and I was like, yes, we can pull this off. We can invite people to come and stay here if Claire and Andy were up for it, and we could organise a week of events and we could base it around the vintage secondhand market in Vico Pisano, which is one of our highlights of our month. So we'd want to take people there. So we started really putting a plan together. And just as I was about to go to Claire and Andy and ask them if they'd be interested in collaborating with me on an event like this, Andy phoned me up and asked me if I wanted to collaborate with him on a series of retreats. And would I be the hostess? So I said, Andy, that's my idea. You've stolen my idea. How dare you? And he laughed. And so we sat down, had a few meetings and bashed out an itinerary. So what I'm getting to is that we have organised 4 weeks for next year in 2026, one in May, one in June, one in September and one in October. And they're all going to be based here at the Podere della Loro. And let me just go in here. This is the pool area, absolutely beautiful. It's a huge pool. I think I'll sit down over here now for a while, under the pergola, because it is raining a little bit. It's not supposed to rain today. Oh. It's a kitty. Going to leave the kitty alone? Gentle. Gentle. Anyway, as I was saying, they're going to be based here, and we've organised a series of fun events based around the market in Vico Pisano. So the market is on the second Sunday of every month. Hopefully. This month, actually in October, it was cancelled because there was the local election. So for some reason they cancelled it, and I hope that doesn't happen next year. So we're basing it around this. So the Sunday will be market day. And then other events that we have planned are, we've got a truffle hunting and tasting day. We've got a vineyard and wine tour with lunch, and for anybody who is not interested in that, we have an alternative chocolatier experience, which actually Carlo and I went and did the other day. Really good. And then we have a trip around the secondhand stores. We've got a trip to San Gimignano and Volterra. There is one free day in the middle of the week where everybody can do whatever they want, and that is feasibly the day that if you wanted to visit Pisa, Florence or Lucca, you could do that on your own, and or you can just sit by the pool all day if it's a lovely day. But we wanted everybody to have one completely free day where they can, I don't know, go and visit friends or do whatever they want to do. There's going to be downtime. There's going to be plenty of downtime to spend here at the pool, but every day has things to do, and none of it is going to be obligatory, but it's all included in the price, let's say. There's going to be a barbecue here one night, and we're going to have pasta making with lunch under the olive groves at my house. It's going to be a good week. So I've opened this up to patrons already, and we've already sold out for October, and we've nearly sold out for September. We've got a few spaces left in May and June, and I'm opening it up now to anybody watching this channel or my main channel who have come over here to have a look. And if you are interested, now this is where I want to ask you guys a favour. If you are interested and you really think you'd like to come, what we've done is on my website, which is thepositanodiaries.com, we have set up a little application form just to sort of help us, because I know that we've been getting a lot of applicants, and a lot of applicants have fallen through in the end. But if you don't think you want to do it, please don't fill out an application form and waste our time, because we've got a lot to get through. So if you think you'd like to come, fill out the application form, read all the info. There's all the dates, the actual dates and the prices are at the bottom of the FAQ page. And if you want to go ahead and book, click on the book now link and you can fill out the application form. I will go through those. I'm getting back to people, and if people are then 100% sure that they want to book and put a deposit down, I send the link for the booking. and that's how it's working. So we're really excited to do this. We're really excited to finally meet a load of you and show you what it's really like here in this area and spend a week together having fun, doing loads of Tuscan Italian related things. It's going to be good fun. Carlo's going to be there with his philosophical, is that even a word? With his chattings and musings, and he loves to talk to people all the time. So there's going to be lots of deep chats and conversations and lots of new friendships formed, and we're really excited about this. Claire and Andy as well. So Claire and Andy, let me just tell you a bit about them. They've been living here for, I think they've had this place for 7 years, and when they bought it, it was a complete wreck. I've done a whole video on this where I interviewed Claire about it. They're both English, they're from Cambridge, and they moved here, and I think it was Andy's lifelong dream to do something like this, and he sold all of his worldly possessions and bought this, and he's been doing up, and he's absolutely loving it here. So they've been here for quite a while. They know the area really well, and they're both really good cooks. So I'm excited for that as well, because together we're planning all of the meals and we're going to be doing it all together. So there's going to be a lot of the meals that you've seen me make in our videos when we have friends over for a Sunday lunch. There's going to be a lot of that sort of thing. And then Claire and Andy have got a whole, they're just such good cooks. Claire makes her own bread and bread rolls and stuff, and Andy makes incredible stuff. So yeah, really good food. And Andy does breakfast runs in the morning as well, where he goes down to the bakery and picks up a load of fresh cornetti and stuff, and yeah, very exciting. So it's going to be a good week, and I'm opening it up for anybody who is seriously interested in coming along and joining us, either in May, June, and there's a couple of spaces maybe left in September. I think we might only even have one space left in September. But that's it. That's what I'm letting you guys know about this. I hope you're excited as I am. And if this goes really well, yes, of course, we'll be trying to do some more for the next year. This year it's going to be, it's not an experiment, but it's going to be our let's see how this goes year. And then if it does go well, we might try and add some more in next year, and we will open it up to everybody. Now, I opened this up to my patrons first, just because I felt it fair to do so, and some of them have booked, but they've left spaces for everybody else. So that's what I've come on here to talk to you about today. I hope that some of you are interested in coming to join us, and I'm going to go back inside where it's not raining now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm looking forward to hearing from some of you. Bye.